Hey everyone, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Mr. O, you did not do something I asked you to do.
Turn on the light.
Pick a Lenormand deck.
I did too. I told you I liked that one.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
Okay. It's yours.
Mine? Okay, well, this is
For
what
now.
I've all...
It's not yours permanently.
Fine.
How's everybody doing? Nice to see you all. Hi, Marcia. It's been a crazy kind of day here. Fortunately, for people who have been watching my flooding issues or the fear of flooding, because we had Rain-amageddon the last couple of days, our basement barely had a trickle in it. But it was like raining cats and dogs for days. So we're very happy we escaped flooding.
Making a little adjustment on the lighting.
Mr. O's adjusting the lighting as I talk to you. So we're getting into the fall mood here a little bit. You can't see my table runner here. It's got nice autumn leaves on it. Of course, I've got my fall thing there. Using a couple more fall themed decks. Well, at least one. Anyway, or Halloweeny decks. Because, of course, it's always Halloween season once fall equinox hits. At least here. So let's see. So moving into some of my darker decks, we're going to be using today as our collective book. And this isn't really dark, but it does have some shadow elements. All right, this is the Urban Crow Guidebook. Sonny is not cooperating. I pulled a chair out for him on the other side so he could jump up, but he's got to go on Mr. O's side and block Mr. O from doing his work.
Well, he's actually sitting on my tarot cards, too.
I know. Well, Mr. O, at least we're doing the collective reading first, so we are going to have you pick a card.
Yes, you're adorable.
No.
Yes.
Now, when you misbehave, Mr. Sunman, you are not adorable. Okay, he is. Oh, look at you. You just grabbed that one. It's right upright.
Resistance.
Is futile. Especially where...
I must have been channeling this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the flooding, Mama T.
Oh, no. Yeah, I knew those storms are moving east now, so it's crazy. Oh, yeah, where you're at too, Marcia? Gosh, it's been crazy, this weather. So does that have a number? No, I think they're alphabetical. Let me see what we have to say about resistance here. And by the way, the Urban Crow Tarot's MJ Cullinane. Resistance. There may be a strong wind coming your way. However, you do have the ability to find a path with the least resistance. Have you ever seen a crow get thrown by the wind? The bird may get taken off guard, but it finds its balance again. You are the sky. Everything else, it is just the weather. And that's a quote she used from her Pema Chodron. Hope I said that right. Not sure. Indian name. So, at any rate, so, you know what? Look for the path of least resistance when when you're facing, a strong headwind, I guess, of sorts in your life. And that's what I have for the collective. Short and sweet, Mr. O. You must like that.
I do. So my tarot decks for the evening are the Millennium Thoth deck. And that's the Ace of Wands. And then I have the Tarot of the Cat People. And that's the Page of Pentacles.
Such a fun deck. I like that deck.
That deck. And then I have the Mysterious or Otherwise
oh dear.
13 Tarot.
It's the one that gave us trouble before, wasn't it?
I have the guidebook.
Okay.
And that's the Empress.
So a little bit of a dark deck there for you, Mr. O.
Yes.
And, oh, by the way, what Lenormand will you be using?
I don't know the name of it. It looks like a dragon's eye. Is that what
It
it
is
is?
called the Maléfique.
Oh, that one.
Lenormand.
Yes, we used this last year.
No, we did not. I just bought it, and we used it one time when I bought it.
Well, we used it last year.
This year.
Okay.
This year.
It was a long time ago, and during COVID, time has no
It was
meaning.
during the summer.
No, it was longer ago. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, well, this one that I did get last year, and we used last year too, is the Halloween Lenormand, which is just so adorable. Let's see if I can find something adorable here. I mean, it's bloody and adorable. Okay, like for example, the woman is Lady Pumpkinhead.
No, you're Lady Pumpkinhead, according to popular mythology.
I knew you would like that one. That's why I went for it, Mr. O. But anyway, so we're going to use separate decks, so we'll switch off and do the Lenormand that way. For this season, we figured we'd use our little dark Lenormand decks.
Okay.
All right, so gosh, tons of rain everywhere. We wish we could send some of it off to the West Coast, for crying out loud. They could really use all this rain
They're crying for
we
dirt.
keep getting. My goodness. Oh, man.
So your other decks?
Okay, yes, let's get to it. So I'm using the Dancing in the Dark Tarot again. This is the Page of Swords. And I'm using the Darkwoods Tarot once more. It's the Knight of Cups. I may swap that out after September, maybe. May keep it. But this one's definitely going. This is only for the month of September. Oh, gosh, I keep showing the same
Oh, that's right.
card.
Thanks for reminding us.
Oh, Libra Cusp! Yes, we made a
Happy
promise.
birthday.
We made a promise.
Thank
to
you for
Libra
reminding us.
Cusp.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yes, but you know what I have to find now?
Oh, so does that mean I have to entertain?
Well, you know what? It's on my computer. I can get it over there. All right. Well, this is the Golden Girls Tarot. And that is going to be moving on at the end of September here. And finally, for the Halloween season, I brought the Everyday Witch Tarot with beautiful artwork by Elizabeth Alba, book by Deborah Blake. And you can entertain for a moment.
Well, I guess I can try.
Do your best. Oh, that was so good.
I know. Did you find it already?
Well, I got my computer. I have to pull up PowerPoint.
That's half of the battle. So yes, happy birthday, Libra, from everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, for everybody who doesn't know, when we have a birthday, and feel free to let us know when your birthday is, we're giving our birthday spread reading free to the people who have subscribed and are loyal. And we move them to the top of the list so they can have their birthday reading first thing. So happy birthday, Libra. And then after Libra's Mama T and Marcia. And let me just pull up the birthday spread. Libra, I want you to focus on, you don't have to tell us, a birthday wish for yourself. You know, like you were blowing out a candle on a cake. And let's see, I think that one. Oh, that's funny.
It's in another file.
Well, I pulled up my Lenormand spreads, not my...
Oh.
Wrong thing. Gotta keep my files straight. And where is it? Hang on. Maybe I don't have it in here. This is embarrassing.
Where's the other thing at?
It's here. I'll go
Okay,
get it.
well, I guess I will try to
Do some advertising.
do some advertising. Yes, that's what I'll do. So Thursday's a slow night, so good thing, eh?
Oops.
But we are back again Sunday, and that's not so slow. But also on Saturday, we'll be here at 10 a.m. for the happy hour, the one-card draw for each person, a positive message from Spirit. The modality just ran the other day, and I got a nice comment or two from some folks about that. Mama T, so thank you. And that's our unique astrological rating. And tomorrow will be my emotional exchanges.
Woohoo!
With my new format, which is basically makes it a little bit faster read, and I do one card for each sign of the zodiac. And I believe that... No!
Over here.
Sorry about that.
Wow, Mr. O. All right, well,
Thanks, Mama
speaking
T.
of bad cats, I thought I'd show you this. I was sure I had put this spread in my PowerPoint because my old file has disappeared with all of my tarot spreads in it. You stay there. You stop causing trouble. Anyway, I'm just going to show you the spread. It's kind of like, what are you doing there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not that part yet, but you all, here, let me. Okay, it kind of looks like a birthday candle. It's called a birthday wish spread. But here is what some bad cats have done when it was sticking out of my notebook. Do you see all those bite marks? So I was sure I had put this.
You did that, didn't you? You did that.
I think it was sassy. But anyway.
You're right, it was probably sassy.
So I'm really trying to put everything on my computer. Gina! Hello, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Good to see you. I still owe you a DM about something. Sorry. It's been a crazy week. Crazy, I tell you. But anyway, good to see you here.
Okay, so I hope you've been focusing on your wish.
We're ready to go. Which deck do we want to use?
Well, let's not use the 13.
Well, I think we should use, hang on, let's use the Golden Girls. What better thing to use for a birthday reading, right? You're another year older.
March 5th sounds familiar, like maybe I know somebody else with that birthday,
Sounds
Marcia.
familiar to me too,
It sounds
Marcia.
familiar.
So you're a Pisces. You know, two of my favorite aunts were Pisces. Well, I had a lot of aunts. Let me just say I did. My mom had 9 siblings, so 5 men, 5 women were in the family. There you go.
Excuse me.
Gonna be a coffee day?
I need that cough drop.
Grab it. Oh, goodness, Gina, this is like Package-mageddon as well as Rain-a-mageddon lately. And gosh, I took it off, but I want to thank Mama T for the cute little cat pendant she sent me. It was really adorable. It lit up my day, Mama T. Thank you. Today I ended up getting a deck I'd been wanting by Cyril Marchetti, a new deck called the Tarot Decoratif, which is really fascinating. I'm going to try to do a review and kind of an unboxing on our website.
That's a big family, Marcia.
And there's a couple other things coming. Oh, wow, Marcia. Yeah. So that's 11. You beat me. All right. So the first card, Libra Cusp, in this reading is the lessons you've learned in this past year, you know, regarding the possible attainment of your wish. And it's the High Priestess reversed. You know, maybe you feel, maybe right now you're having difficulties either visioning this wish becoming reality or getting intuitive signals that, can move you forward on this.
It may be that
was the last year.
This is the previous.
Right. Well, you've learned in the past year regarding your wish.
I sort of feel like when I'm looking at this card, Libra, that it means that maybe there's been this realization that some of your things about your wish like how you tried to enact it, seemed counterintuitive to you. Like maybe in retrospect, you looked at things and you said, why did I do that? And so maybe this is a lot about looking back into your past and also establishing where you feel you could make some critiques of how you approached your wish.
So let's move on. We will recap this for you, of course. The progress recent past, like the last 3 to 4 months, has anything been happening, even if it's under the surface in regards to your wish? And it's the Tower reversed. Hey, we promise a birthday reading, but we can't always guarantee what cards you're going to get. The Tower reversed indicates that maybe in the past 3 or 4 months, things still weren't quite adding up. They weren't connecting, and, maybe there's just some things you have to settle in regards to your past before your wish can come to pass. Do you get that feeling?
Along with that deeper feeling of maybe doing things counterintuitively, maybe the last several months made you feel that you just weren't learning the lessons, or you just weren't making any progress in trying to figure out what the signs were trying to tell you.
Hey, Angel Rivera. Gotcha.
Hi, Angel. So to that degree, it could be that maybe now some of this is clearing away. It's not that you didn't want to or you couldn't learn the lessons. Maybe you just didn't understand what the lessons were trying to teach you. And maybe now some of that will be clearing up.
So what about the next 6 months? Will they get better? What will be happening in regards to your wish? Temperance. It almost seems like things are now starting to balance out a little bit more. Like you're getting yourself more in a position to be able to manifest, what you desire.
Well, from my point of view, considering these two, this is sort of saying like maybe now this is what's coming next or nowish. Read that again, the position.
I'm sorry, it's the next 3 to 4 months. Next 6 months. What will that hold for me in regards to my wish?
This tells me that considering those past actions, this is saying that maybe in the next 6 months, you'll feel you have to moderate what those goals are, those wishes are, that maybe you'll put it in a perspective of saying, this is more wish doable, these things may not be. So you're going to moderate, I think, the factors related to your wish and or how you proceed towards them.
So this next card is either about the obstacles you're going to encounter in regards to getting your wish, or depending on the kind of card, it could indicate what you need to do to obtain your wish. Wow. I think you're doing it. You need to keep wishing, but also remember the 9 of Cups, which is the wish card in the tarot, which is funny you got it in this position, I think, with obstacles. What is the obstacle here? I guess you have to ask yourself, how bad do you want this? How much are you working towards this?
Well, this represents the obstacles?
Obstacles are how best you can obtain your wish. Do you need this here?
It would help,
Okay.
When only one of us can see and read it.
Okay.
So it's kind of indicated here, but it almost feels like maybe just wanting too much would be your obstacle, because this is the epitome of getting everything you want, or just having life being so perfect. So maybe, like the other card was saying, some moderation. Maybe this is also saying too that if you wish for everything, then maybe you won't get things at a certain level. You'll get everything, but not at a great level. It just may be talking about perspective. Having the right perspective could be what your obstacle is.
Well, okay, so that's the obstacle. So the part about ways in which you can obtain your wish, I'll just cover the card that way with what I said, because I agree with you. I think that's very valid. But I'm looking at that wish card and I'm thinking here too, the 9 of Cups is an attainment. It is a wish card. But we can't just wish for things. We have to work for things. And so I think what it's saying, the ways in which you can obtain your wish, is by working more towards it, really putting yourself into it, putting your will into it as well. If you desire it that bad, you'll work for it.
Because you're right, because really that's the picture on the card, is the person who just wishes so much and is rewarded for that wishing.
I think everything you said was valid.
Right, both.
I just wanted to clarify what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the next card is the
5.
progress made towards achieving this wish by year's end, which of course we're going from birthday to birthday here, Libra. And it's the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. There could be some setbacks, and it might have to do with decision making. It might have to do with decision making and how you're really putting it all together. Go ahead. I'm going to let you go.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just saying really that maybe you have to play for keeps in a way. That playing for keeps, and it's not exactly a take no prisoners, but it sort of is in a way. The Queen of Swords.
I like what he's saying.
The Queen of Swords is saying sometimes you do have to be harsh to do the right thing. The Queen of Swords is not just mean. She's deciding things, but she's kind of stricter about it because maybe her patience is just freaking over. So this is saying you can accomplish these things, but you pretty much have to have a take no prisoner, attitude. You have to really want to play for keeps.
I love it. No, I'm not even going to add anything to that. I think he said it all right there with the Queen of Swords. I just didn't think about that. Awesome.
And swords and Libra, the balance thing.
So finally, the outlook for getting your birthday wish by your next birthday.
Ew.
Well, the Ace of Cups is reversed. That cup is turned over. So I think what it's saying, Libra, is it's still going to be a work in progress. There, at least by year's end, you're going to be feeling just a little bit down. Don't get down on yourself. Just pick up the pieces. I'm not going to say pick up the pieces. Just keep moving on it. Just keep working towards it. Don't be down and disappointed if you don't receive it by your next birthday.
Though there is a traditional idea that reversed ace means sort of like stagnation in plans or not the perfect completion of the plans, I would draw attention to the fact that you have the other cups, and you also have cups here in temperance. And I'm thinking this is just saying really that you have to weather it, that from an emotional point of view, you may always feel a little bit insecure, but the beginning is going there, and so it's just not time to stop putting your energy there. So even if a year from now you're starting to feel despondent about it, it's not the time to stop. It's time to still keep playing for keeps.
So let's recap a little bit here. Your intuition has not been, at least in the past year, you feel like you're not connecting the dots with things, and your gut is really not helping you out.
Exactly.
The recent past, the last 3 to 4 months, well, there are lessons that were needing to be absorbed, and we felt that they just were not. Is that what you said?
Right, and I also feel, too, there's an idea, too, that, lately you've been seeing things and feeling there might be a sign in those, and that maybe this is saying, too, that some of those signs, and of course you've asked us, so maybe it's our fault. We didn't interpret the signs correctly for you. But basically it could be saying something like that too, that there's just sort of a sense of not being in line with maybe some of what those signs were saying.
But the future trends are that some balance is going to be achieved. I feel like the future trends, the next 6 months, Libra, might be the best opportunity for you. Because remember, tarot is only a snapshot in time. Even though this birthday reading says it isn't likely for you, that doesn't mean you can't turn it around. And I think if you're going to turn it around, the next 6 months are key to achieve a balance and a stability and a steady progress towards your goal.
But I think it could also be saying it's a guideline, too, that you should really put things into perspective and see moderately what really is the most likely and focus that way, that maybe not everything is possible.
And finally, card 4 is the obstacles or ways to get your wish. And whatever he said.
basically not wanting too much or not wanting the impossible dream, that there are some things you could want really strongly, but if you want too many things, you might dilute that ability to get them.
And I was saying basically, if you want whatever it is you want, the one thing, focus on it and by all means work for it, because it's not just going to drop into your lap. You know, we make these wishes, but it is our will and our work that will get us there.
The progress you make will be because you can apply yourself in a take no prisoners or play for keeps attitude, is what I thought.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately, it looks like at least when on your next birthday or by your next birthday, there's a little bit of disappointment. There's a little bit of emotional upset over the fact that things still haven't worked out yet. But I just say, continue forward. And I also think that Ace of Cups reversed is very, very fluid here, depending on what you do in the next 6 months in order to achieve your wish. Put out the effort and you could maybe turn that around.
Right. Towards the end of this year, towards your birthday, it's best to just say that don't be disappointed by what you don't feel was the good progress. That remember, you still are in the beginning phase and you just need to keep going, keep playing for keeps.
I'm going to pull a couple Lenormand for this too, Libra. Hope you enjoyed this today. And I'm sorry I didn't have better news. It is a birthday gift in G. But also I want to say I may be modifying this reading when I put it on PowerPoint. I'm going to look it over. I have been doing that with some of my readings, making tweaks here and there. Let's see what we have here. The key.
The skeleton key.
Is the garden.
The gate. The garden gate.
The garden gate. And so the key is to get out there. Put yourself out there. Put yourself, like if you're trying to get a job, if that was your wish, or you want a career, put yourself out in an environment. Keep at it, and keep making yourself get noticed and recognized. That's the key. The key is also, if it's about relationships or family, is to put yourself in those social situations that get you where you need to be. The garden is a very social card.
Right. Whatever the wish is about, that's really what it's saying, is that you need to look at the key as really being out there in the social stratum, that forces you find there, people you find there, situations that you get involved in will lead you towards that.
Hi, Creator. We have a list, and I'll add you to it. It's very short tonight, but we were doing an extended reading for one of our subscribers for their birthday.
Right, and normally what happens is on the list, when we get to you, we call your name, and hopefully you're still hanging around. It is a short list tonight, so we should be able to get to you not very long from now.
All right, so we finished Libra. That's your reading. Happy birthday, Libra.
Happy birthday, Libra.
I'm not going to sing, and you'll be happy I didn't. All right then. Hey, Mama T, you are up, and then Marcia, Gina, Angel Rivera, and Creator. Thursdays are our more quiet, our least busy night. Sometimes it surprises us, though. But if you really want to get in on readings, you're here on the right night, because there's a little less traffic.
Okay, Mama T, I have your question, so I'm going to use my Millennium Thoth deck.
Let's do 3 cards.
All right.
And you'll be doing the Lenormand on this one. Remember? So I will be doing, as I said, an unboxing and a review of my Tarot Decoratif on my blog. I think I can do videos there, and I think this is going to be my first attempt at doing a written part of the blog and then a video part of the blog.
And during this Halloween season, we'll be adding a little bit of Halloween sparkle and charm to some of our programs and to our live streams. Thank you. It is a beautiful deck.
There will be sales on our...
some of our readings. A couple that will be Halloween holiday focused.
Halloween themed and Wheel of the Year kind of readings.
And as Mama T mentioned in the chat room, I'm throwing a couple things into Goth Tarot, which is on Wednesdays, as everyone knows.
Some surprises in Goth Tarot, Mama T.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
Well, she caught the preview the other day, so she knows a little bit about that. But each week I'm going to add one extra card, just a seventh card for each week. There's normally 6 in the poll, and it'll be from another Gothic style deck, and it'll have a different meaning for the reading. Okay, Mama T, we're on your general reading.
So let's see, what was that again? Did you see
What's
things
up in
looking
life?
up?
What should I...
Do you see things looking up?
Yeah, there it is.
So what do you got?
Okay, so I have the Empress reversed. I have the Two of Wands reversed. And I have the Eight of Wands upright.
Okay. It's interesting. I see that Aries symbol there on the Two of Wands.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a fire. The Wands.
Are things going to be looking up? Not immediately, but I think the energy is definitely moving. So let's take a look at this, because we have the Empress reversed here and the Two of Wands reversed. Maybe you've been feeling very, uninspired lately, or, unmotivated because some plans or things that you were hoping would happen have not come through yet. So, you've kind of maybe feel unmotivated right now, and maybe you need a little bit of self-care. Often, I know you go with that and I do too, that the Empress sometimes is about self-care. And when I see the Eight of Wands here, I feel like this is going to start moving, Hopefully, you're going to be able to move this energy. And I think one way that you could do that is by trying to be more active, no matter how you feel, whether you need to get outside and get some fresh air. I know it's raining by you right now. Fine. But, get moving, whether it's projects around the house, your hobbies, whatever it takes.
I think, yes, there is a call to action in a sense with the Eight of Wands. The Empress reversed combined with the Two of Wands reversed makes me feel that it's not just about the self-care. It's also, too, about the fact that from a creative point of view, you're just very uninspired. I know she said that, but I think it's really affecting your normal creative sense. It's also possible, too, that you're finding that to some degree there's a balance issue with having time to do some of those creative pursuits. And I know some of those are about creating things that you can sell, jewelry items and things like that. But you might find you're being pulled into another area. It might be this area where the expanding energy is going. I'm actually wondering if something's going to change with jobs or employment, not necessarily for you, but maybe for Rick or something like that. Or maybe it's possible that maybe something could actually come to you that you would be able to be interested in and maybe accomplish, like something part-time. But I get the feeling like there's something about an offer coming too, maybe.
You know what? I don't know why I have this feeling, but I'm looking at that Eight of Wands, Mama T, and I'm seeing the symbol of Mercury there. And Mercury is about to go retrograde. And so I have a feeling that you are being affected maybe right now by the shadow retrograde energies. And, maybe this retrograde is going to be a little bit hard on you. It's in Libra, that it's retrograding in. And so that means like communications, different other things as well.
Judgments.
And so what I'm thinking here is that I feel this energy, things are going to start improving for you, but It might take till after the retrograde before you see that. So in the meantime, take care of yourself as best you can. The more you nurture yourself and you do the things that you want to do, the more I feel, or that gives you satisfaction and joy, the more I feel you'll be able to navigate this.
I decided I needed to pull the bottom card, and I'm glad I did because it's the Ace of Swords upright. And I pulled it with the idea of once you've been pulling through the Mercury retrograde, and I think this is saying that as you're coming out of the Mercury retrograde, you are going to find your will again. You're going to find yourself being more decisive, more empowered. Mercury retrograde affects a lot of us in ways that make us feel like, why bother? So I get that. But I'm thinking that, it's going to be about 3 weeks, but you're just going to have to hang on and try to do the things you can. But I think more energy and will and determination will come to you as you work your way through the retrograde. I'm hoping.
Well, I think it's time to start. That's it. Snag my nice shirt. Ooh, it's cat today. So,
you can't do that.
I wish go ahead and pull Lenormand. I'm glad you pulled that too. I do feel you'll overcome this. I just think it's a matter of time. And it may be, like I said, the next 3 weeks, you may find yourself being a bit moody and not with it. So treat yourself, treat yourself nicely and better and get yourself through the rough time.
All right. Top card, bottom card. So I pulled the house, and then I pulled the clouds. So the clouds informs the house.
Well, there seems to be some gloominess or some confusion, or, maybe some of the issues that you have are related to your home environment. I can see why the clouds are there in a way. There's a lot of confusion about, either what to do about the house, whether you're going to move or not. And maybe that's been, going to be weighing a little bit heavily on you as well.
Here's something I'd like you to try maybe, because I do feel exactly the same, that maybe there's a sense of overwhelmingness. There's something depressing about your house for you, at least on a spiritual level. But what I want you to do is do this with intent if you can. Wait maybe another day or two and try to open up as many windows in your house as you can and just let a breeze run through your house for maybe a few minutes or longer, not longer than an hour, but just let the whole house clear out. And when you do that, try to visualize that everything sweeping away is also problems or irritations or upsets are just going to sweep away. Light a candle and say words to that effect if you think it helps. But I think you need to just have a blow of wind through the house. Just kind of like maybe the Eight
Yeah,
of
in a
Wands.
way. That's a good point, Mr. O. So that's what we have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that.
Good luck, and thanks for coming tonight.
Hey, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia.
You are up.
Hope you've been waiting.
Oop. Oh, Sonny.
Some people like to do that in the winter time because, of course, it's colder, so that opening of the windows is really going to suck out all your hot air and just blow cold air in. But I think you need it now just because I think you need to change and charge your atmosphere there. And like I said, if you can do it with intent, you don't have to light a candle, but if you just do it with intent in your heart and soul, saying you're asking for the wind, or whoever, to just move all that stuff out of there.
So you read the question?
I will now. Oh boy.
Well, let's see what's going on.
Situationship. I like that.
All right, I'll be doing my Lenormand. Oh, Sonny.
We don't open our windows very often either, to be totally honest. So.
Well, I open the patio doors for the cats and my bathroom window because they can sit up there and get some breezes there too.
But we should do that thing, you know, where you open up everything when it's a little bit colder and you just blow the air through. Clean out the old air.
All right.
Okay.
All right. It's always something with this X. Let's look here, though. We do have some good cards. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, which is fine and dandy. We also have the Page of Pentacles here. So this almost does seem like a workplace thing going on. And we have that Magician reversed.
But the question, the first part of the question is asking about what's up with him, so it may not pertain to that necessarily. I mean, is he the one who's standing his ground?
That's not standing ground.
Okay.
That's Seven of Wands.
Sorry.
That's all right. So,
So then what does it mean?
well, I have a couple things here. I feel that your ex might be, I'm not going to say laying low, but might be thinking about things right now. This is a pause of some sort. This is like taking a step back and evaluating, you know, how am I doing? You know,
Well, the implication, though, is that maybe he's assessing his plans, and of course his plans are what tends to be interesting to Marsha in terms of the various relationships he's trying to throw shade at and stuff.
Obviously, that's the intimation I'm making here, is that he's reevaluating things, you know. He's looking at what he has grown so far and deciding whether, you know, he needs to do more, whether he needs to pull back. So it's a pause. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Again, pages are very, very slow moving, and they're analytical.
Yeah.
And so I think he's really, really examining things right now. But
Well, maybe with a mind to financial stuff too, of course, because Pentacles is about money. So he might be thinking about where, you know, he's finding money at, or about how he's focusing on receiving money or making money.
interesting you said that, Marsha. Well, and here's the other thing. Then we have the Magician reverse. Now, you know, I mean, it's not the worst card you can get for someone, but I will say that sometimes this person, your ex, is kind of playing like he's something he's not. There's duplicity with the Magician reverse. There's somebody who, I don't want to say a phony per se, but what I do want to say is sometimes the Magician reversed is known to exaggerate, you know, their abilities and things about them. And so they really try to be somebody that they're not.
In the context of this reading, it could be saying that he's lying low because maybe he feels he has been exposed, or that people are starting to understand he's a deceiver of some sort. So I sort of feel that that's possible if he is laying low. But I agree with Banshee with all the other things, that he's still, whether he is laying low or not for that reason, he's also planning things, but maybe he has to change more. The Magician's about changing things too, and if he feels like his thing is getting thin, you know, he might have to switch up for something else, another strategy of some sort.
Well, or it could be, how can I make the, you know, how can I firm up my lie, the lie that I'm living.
Right, any and all of those, right?
You
Because
know,
this is
it could
about
be that
strategy.
too.
This is about strategies and stuff, and so you
Let's
might
pull the Lenormand and see where we get there. And then we're going to do, Marsha, just a very quick yes
or no
for you
whether he'll
to see if
there.
you'll see him this weekend. And then you'll have to let us know if we were right or not.
Yeah, well, as a Scorpio, I know that we do have our narcissistic moments.
What? Not our narcissistic moments. I mean, sometimes the cards are just off, so you'll have to let us know. I don't like the Magician reversed. I just always think it's To me, it's an unsavory type person.
Well, it's also a person who has talents but doesn't use them for good things. So it's somebody who is a swindler.
Yes, squandering their
you
talents.
know, it's somebody who's swindling. It's somebody who's playing people along.
I mean, let's face it, if somebody's really good at schmoozing and everybody to follow their lead, why can't they use that more constructively, to do good in the world? I mean, some of those characteristics can be used for good things, but no.
Right, like being a spy.
Right, well.
For war purposes.
Well, look at
Thank
you.
you.
You've got the poison ring.
The poison ring. No.
It's just a ring. It's Halloween.
Just the ring.
And the stars, which is interesting to me, Marcia. Since we were looking at him and what's going on with him, I really feel he thinks that there is hope of you making another commitment with him.
Yes, it's possible, but it could also be just saying that not in terms of him, but in terms of the situation. It might be saying that some destiny could affect what he's committed to, which could be, of course, trying to get back with you or any number of things. But maybe that's saying that destiny could be something that foils him too. It's not really clear, to me at least.
So I think something's up there, but let's see. Let's do a quick yes/no on this.
Yeah.
I'll use my deck again.
See if he's
going
to pop into your workplace.
Pop my Lenormand up there, and we won't need those. We'll just do that. Stay there.
Stay
Do not
there.
bother Mr. O. See, that's why I do like this setup and that pulled there, because we can kind of
I need to come up with something, and I think I have an idea.
So do I, and it'll be
I'll
happening
move this chair
soon.
over here to block, something like that.
Maybe not for another month, but once we bring that table in from outdoors, you'll be able to use that. It'll block it more.
Well, I don't want to use it for certain things. I like this here.
I know, but you could put your cards and other things there.
Well, it's a higher table, so when he jumps up on it, all I have to do is just go, back, kitty.
I don't want you doing that.
I won't hurt him. I'll just gently brush him back. No, I understand that, just trying to keep things. And, of course, he's a person who frequents the place you work at, so you can't necessarily have
must be rough,
an outright battle on with him.
Because, geez, you get to... Well, we'll see what happens here. Let's see if you're going to see him this weekend. All right, I'll go.
Thanks for the likes, everybody.
Marcia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 6 cards, I've got all aces here. You're probably definitely going to see him this weekend. That's all I can say. It looks as though you're going to definitely see him. You had the Ace of Pentacles. What was the other one? The Ace of Wands upright, and the... Did I lose it already? I know you had it here, but anyway.
If you show up on Sunday, you'll have to tell us if you saw him Friday or Saturday. Our cards are saying you definitely will.
Yeah, so I didn't even have to go far. They were just there. It's really
when the aces show up right away, it's sort of like with a vengeance. Like,
so I mean,
he might be waiting there for you.
No, let's not say that. But I think it's a given you're going to see him this weekend. So do let us know. All right, so that's what we have for you, Marcia. Good luck with that. And we're going to move on now to... Okay, we did Libra, we did Mama T, we've got Gina. Gina, hey.
Gina,
by the way, Gina, if you want we can do the tarot, or if you want an oracle, I just wanted to let you know I have the Ancestor Spirit one here and the Urban Crow oracle with me today.
Is that like that song, The Wild Wild West?
One card pull from the oracle deck of my choice. Oh, okay. And the bottom as well. Sure.
Hope to
All
see
right.
you, Marcia. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Well, you know. All right. We'll just do this. I'm just second guessing myself here as I do. I may want to throw an Urban Crow one for you too, but let's just see what we get here.
I have to admit, I do like fall a little bit better than summer.
Hi, Megan. I will add you to the list. It's not very long. We have two. We're doing a reading now, and then there are two other people in front of you. So hang out with us, and we'll get a reading for you.
Thank you, Marcia. That's sweet of you to say that. I know.
I love that show, by the way. You know, I was a big fan of You Know Who.
Artemis
And it wasn't Artemis Gordon.
It was that sexy guy. I know who you mean. Hi there. Hi, Divine.
Divine you. I'll get you on the list. How you doing?
I love fall.
All right, Mr. O, shuffle. I'll let you shuffle. And then I want you to cut them. I'll just grab, and then we'll look at the bottom, too. Yeah, I'll go over the list. We're doing Gina's reading now, then Angel, cut them. And then Angel Rivera, Creator, Megan, and Divine You.
Not too bad. Very good.
Well, it is Teach and Share. That's a beautiful card.
I love it.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, it is. All right.
I couldn't think of his name. I know he has a chip on his shoulder. Oh, wait, that's a battery.
It's interesting. Of course, the culture is Buddhism and Tibetan culture. The ancestor speaks, and the divinatory meaning is what I'll read. You are not alone. You may be questioning why you are here and what your true purpose is. This card has appeared to let you know that you are a natural teacher as part of your life purpose. You don't need to be a school teacher or a child care worker. You can show people a new way of being, looking at the world. You may be teaching someone, your children, grandchildren, or encouraging a friend to try something new or different. Value the wisdom and skills you pass on to others. Look at the ways you can incorporate teaching or mentoring into your life. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and show them the way. Try not to overthink this aspect of your purpose. You may already be teaching others without realizing it. Enjoy sharing your gifts with others. So, you know, as all things Wild West goes, Gina, and I know the inference there, I would say that, you know, you have a lot you can both learn from each other if you have that opportunity. You know, it seems as though there is this kind of a connection here in that regard. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is this fact that it said, you know, maybe there's some kind of nudging that you need to do at this time to encourage a friend to, you know, step up or move forward. How about that? And also, be thankful.
Oh,
Robert
that's
Conrad. You know, I remembered the Robert part, but then all I could think of was James West, Robert West. And I'm like, no, it's James West. So, be thankful. That's a beautiful card. Let's see what we get here. Gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. And this is the Balinese culture, which is interesting. In this busy world, it can be hard to remember to appreciate the positives. This card is a reminder how important it is to appreciate your loved ones, both past and present. Even though there are difficult times, try to be grateful for the lessons the challenges have taught you. Wisdom can come from hardship. The tough times have made you the resourceful and resilient person that you are today. Appreciate the food, shelter, clothing, water, clean air you have to access each day. Connect with your family, friends, and loved ones. Love them for who they are. Do something you enjoy and be grateful for the pleasure it brings into your life. Remember to say thank you to the universe and your spirit guides for all their help. This is telling you to connect again, I feel. I almost feel a connection between the two cards we read where it's telling you the way to connect because there's still, some strength of feelings there. It's a time to connect with somebody who you consider a loved one.
Very nice.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. I like that, Gina, but you know what? We're going to do... Mr. O is going to pull some Lenormand for you.
Excuse me.
I think I'm oracled out. I'm trying to think. Did I buy an oracle lately? I have one. Seems like with the stuff we bought, I don't remember if I got an oracle.
First I pulled the bear, and then I pulled the birds. The bird and the bears, the bear and the birds.
You know what? This is really saying this is the bear is like that powerhouse card, kind of a lot of feminine power in the bear. She-bear kind of thing. And it's coupled with the birds. That means right now is a really strong time for you to communicate.
Right.
And express yourself with power and authority.
Well, it also may be a way of finding your voice, that by expressing yourself, you find your voice in that more metaphorical way, which, of course, is hard for me to believe that you don't know where your voice is, but maybe it's just saying in a particular situation or circumstance, when you need to speak up or be an authority, it's going to come to you like the birds from the trees.
Well, I feel, too, that it is really saying, too, because, the mama bear is nurturing and caring about their young. So, I mean, this is a time to express yourself, and show your caring nature. I feel that you will be stronger because of this. You have everything to gain from this. I think, really, these cards truly do enforce the other message we had for you. So,
how interesting.
Good luck with that, Gina. Here we go. So we're going to move on now to Angel Rivera. And after Angel Rivera is Creator, Megan, and Divine You.
All right.
We may end early tonight, Mr. O.
We always say that and then we don't.
And then we don't. Somebody always pops in the room. You sure can. One of yours was... Oh, wait a minute. One of mine, I think.
Okay, I think we have Divine out of order, possibly.
Why? It's after Megan. Megan will... Oh, maybe... Yeah, Megan's up here. See? Right here. And then Divine You is after.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. And then I jinx. Well, we shall see. Also, I don't know if you were there when I said it, but yes, I'm going to review that Tarot Decoratif and open box it on our blog on our TFT website, Angel, so you can see more of it. And I have a few things to say about the booklet that you might find interesting as well, the accompanying booklet, if you want to find out more about that deck. All right, so let's see what we have. Oh,
2 threes.
indeed. 2 out of 3 are not bad. But we start with that. The 3 of Swords. And then we have the King of Swords. And guess what? The 3 of Pentacles. Sounds like work to me, doesn't it? 2 3 cards here as well, Mr. O.
Is there anybody older whose health you might be concerned with? It just is flashing to me that maybe the 3 of Swords and the King there is talking about somebody that you're feeling concerned for. If not that, though, it does talk about the other normal situations it might have. I think it's interesting that you got the 2 3s surrounding the King.
Yes.
So the King could also be you in a way, too, having to make a decision or having an authority over something, and now being a crucial time there. And maybe there are strifeful issues weighing in on there, and then there are issues about finding ways to advance despite the stress. So maybe it's saying is that the only way to advance or to be acknowledged is to have to deal with some stressful situations, some actually, deep situations.
What's that thing from that insurance commercial that you like?
Nobody was hurt, but there will still be pain. That one?
Yes. Nobody was hurt, but there will still be pain. No, there's a couple ways I can look at this, Angel. I like what he said about a painful, there could be a painful decision here somebody has to make. And it looks like it's connected with work or teamwork as types of situations. And so on the one hand, this could be you having to make a painful decision about where you work at, what you're doing. Or conversely, this is more likely somebody else in an authority position who comes down with some type of position that is causing some grief and pain amongst the team here. And, you guys are going to try to do your best, though, I think, through that. I really think it's the latter scenario rather than the former,
Well, if it is, then the thing that strikes me, too, is that this could be that maybe one of these is bargained against the other. Like, if you don't do these things that you don't like, I'm standing in the way of your progress or your
I see. So you're thinking that might even be like, instead of a mandate coming down that affects the team, it's somebody in the team maybe that's causing the dispute.
No, I wasn't feeling that necessarily,
okay.
but maybe I couldn't rule that out either. No, I actually thought it was more with what you were talking about, the manager kind of level there, and he's sort of doing a carrot stick approach, but maybe it's mostly stick.
Well, I really feel that, ultimately, and, I feel, the thing is, this King is upright, so I can't say he's coming down really heavy-handed here. This King is doing what they feel is right and what they have to do. They may not be right, but they don't realize that. I feel like there is not necessarily bad intentions here, but it's going to cause people grief and pain in some way. And, it's going to be a little bit disruptive, but I think ultimately, I think the team will hang in there together.
Maybe that's what this is about, too, is that the team actually becomes this more pinnacle character there.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
But you can.
Interesting. So now...
Well, this was definitely a swordy reading. Let's see what the Lenormand has in store, Mr. Rivera. All right. Well, look. It's the book.
A book.
I think we're all familiar with that, library workers.
The Book of Shadows.
And then it's a little goblin.
Oh. Is someone in a goblin way?
Well, I feel here that The child is talking about, see, this is something new. This is something new. And, I feel that whatever this decision is, people are going to they really should look into it more. This needs to not be, let's not jump to conclusions and get all bent out of shape.
Well, that's saying take it slower too, isn't it?
Right, exactly. So take a step back, because that's the child. Take it a step at a time. Absorb the bad news, and then, before you react, take a step back and really think about and assess the decision. Whether the team has to talk amongst themselves, maybe do a little research and say, well, is this really right for us? Is this what people are doing now? And really kind of before you rush to judgment.
Either that or else that Dobby character or Dobby character from Harry Potter needs to find the book and cast the spell.
So yes, that is the child in this deck. It's so cute. Yes, it is very cute.
It is awfully cute.
I loved your blog post today. Guilty as charged, but not in exactly the way of your blog post, but it was pretty cool. As I call myself kind of an armchair collector. Yeah, we have a big collection, but I've used a lot of the decks that I own. I don't just keep them there on a shelf. Sometimes they sit a while before I get to them again, but they get used.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. We'll have room for all of those at one point.
No, I am ready to be the good librarian and purge some. It is time for a withdrawal of some, because I have made a few mistakes along the way. There's a couple decks. I know there's at least a handful in my collection right now that I could point to and say, those really don't resonate with me.
Well, we did do some purging about 2 years ago. Remember, we donated some to somebody's raffle event.
Yeah.
Or they were sold or something like that, gently used. And I got rid of a number of decks that I just didn't have a resonance towards.
Alrighty, so that's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that. But no, that was really good points and fun. Fun about the whiskey. That's why I was asking you about Fireball. It was in... So don't you remember we had Fireball once on the show?
Yes.
For an anniversary or something? Fireball and cider. But anyway. Hey, Creator, you are up.
Creator.
Welcome to the show, and go ahead and type your question in. You may have already.
They did previously type it in. I'm going to see if I can find that, and you can hang on there and see if they're coming.
After Creators, Megan
what should I
and
do?
Divine You.
What's up in my life? What should I do?
You're welcome, Angel Rivera.
You are welcome. As always. So Creator asked, what's up in my life? What should I do?
What's up in my life and what should I do?
Right.
That's it? Okay.
And part of your poem says, this calm moment in time, light and dark in equal measure, and energy sublime. Pause and reflect on this past year of all the things you have done, the victories, all the struggles, the battles you have won. Let these things all go like falling leaves. Dance away from the trees. Be still, silent, and meditate. Let your spirit run free. You don't remember that one?
Did I write that one, or did I get that from someone? Was that my name on there? If it was,
yes, it was.
Then it's mine. How come I don't remember writing that? How many years ago was that?
I don't know. And I can only see part of it.
Wow, and it's a very nice poem. You'll have to give that back to me. I don't know if I have that in my collection anymore, Mr. O. So please send that one to me. Put it on Word.
Okay.
All right, sorry for that disruption. So, Creator, are you here? We can just go ahead and do the reading and hope they come back.
Mm-hmm.
Your deck, I think.
Yes.
That was a nice one. We must have done it for some public thing.
Maybe.
It sure seems like it. Either that or you're divulging ancient circle secrets. Sunny. adorable. Come here. Come on. All right, stay there. You.
What's up in my life? What should I do?
Okay, Creator, we're doing the question you posted earlier if you are back. Let's see. It is the Ace of Cups. Is that correct? No, it's... Wow, did I get that messed up? It's the Knight of Swords reversed. I just thought that was a big cup there, so I was like, okay. This is the Four of Swords, also reversed.
Four of Swords reversed.
Six of Wands reversed. So it's the Knight of Swords.
Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords. Both reversed. Well, perhaps you've been feeling like a lot of the things you've tried to do have not worked out. Maybe you feel that to some degree you've been trying to be more active, but most of your efforts have made you feel that you should withdraw than proceed. So you're either lacking confidence or circumstances have kind of derailed some of your efforts. And you feel like you want to really work harder at applying the energy. Which one was this again?
That's the Six of Wands reversed.
But also, too, you just seem to have a feeling that you feel personally like maybe you're not going to be very successful, or right now in the immediate sense, you have doubts about where you can put your energy, which is what we've been talking about. You're not exactly seeing where the best place to put your energy for maximum, outcome.
Yeah. Creator, I don't know if you just have been feeling lately that nothing you're doing is succeeding or going according to plan. You feel like things that maybe you also feel like that things in your life have not been really bringing you the success you feel you deserve. But I feel as though there might be, and there's a real push-pull going on here to me that, it seems like maybe you've been trying to aggressively pursue something, or you want to, but the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords reversed kind of indicates it is a time for movement for you. It is a time to get moving again, but you shouldn't be too aggressive about it with your approach. In other words, don't feel because you've had some setbacks and some failures in your life that, everything's just got to fall into place now for you. It's just got to happen fast, because it's not going to happen. But now is a time to really start moving step by step in the direction of something that you want to achieve or accomplish.
All right.
And if you have, there is one other thing. If you have undergone, swords sometimes are about sorrows and hardships. So if you've undergone some of that lately, I think the Four of Swords reversed is saying, this is a time, you are now healing. You should be getting back on your feet again and on the right track to move forward.
And it may be that until your healing is totally back, some of these things are going to elude you a little bit. Okay, so I have pulled the Lenormands for you. And we have the Clouds and the Child.
Mm-hmm.
And so does this mean that the light side is facing him? Because the other time when you read it...
Yes, that would be correct.
So it seems to me like maybe some of the struggles or the difficulties will be easing, but it's still saying it's going to take a while for this to happen. There are some things that maybe are just have a slower gain for you, slower movement or progress.
It's funny that we got the child in another reading because, the child is about moving slowly, taking things step by step. So the confusion, maybe the lack of success that you've been feeling, again, it's going to take time for some of the air to completely clear. But if you keep taking positive steps in the right direction, things should start improving. You will notice a gradual improvement. But nothing, I think, in this reading is indicating to me that things are going to happen overnight.
Right. It may be some time. With swords, it could be weeks to months, perhaps. So I won't say it's an incredibly long time, but I don't think it's coming in the next several weeks.
You have to be kind to yourself and give yourself a chance. It's just going to take time for things to gel for you. And especially, like I said, if you've been feeling really kind of down on yourself lately. So hang in there, Creator. I think things will work better for you in time. And be patient.
Try to come back
with
for another reading sometime.
Absolutely. So that's what we have for you. And I mean, that's what the cards say at this moment in time. All right.
Okay, thank you.
And Divine you are up.
What about Megan?
Oh, Megan. Megan is up. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
Megan's
so
actually the
Creator
next person.
is done. Megan, you are up, and then Divine you. Sorry about that.
Did Megan already post a question? I don't remember. I'm going to look for it.
I can't remember. I may have.
Now I'm not seeing Megan's at all. Maybe Megan was after Divine. And that would be why Divine posted, because she knew that.
That is not true. That is not what I saw.
Okay, we'll find it then.
I will.
Hang on there.
It is possible that Megan has left and erased her tweet. Okay, there was Creator.
Well, let's do Divine since we have her here now, and we can grab Megan right after that if she shows up.
Okay.
Right? Divine, we're going to take your question right now.
Oh, there's
Oh,
Megan.
there she is.
There's Megan. And I had her tweet here. Could I have an overall energy reading? I'm making
That's right.
choices that I do not understand myself yet. Okay, Megan, we got you. Who's my deck? And I was right about the timing. Just saying. Just saying. I'm a-doing the list, and I'm a-checking it twice. Oh, no. I know I'm right. All right, you. Shuffle. Oh, Sonny, are you groaning by me here?
There we go.
That's come up a bit today.
Yeah.
Are you ready
Swords.
for this? So the Three of Swords, and then we have another three. We've gotten threes twice in pairs tonight and in different decks. This is really interesting.
Threes bring a different kind of energy. Usually the big energy cards, the fives. Threes maybe talk more about different things that are challenging. What's this one? The four. Four of Cups, okay. Okay, Megan.
Okay, so. I just wanted to look at that question again. I'm just going to pull back to it. I think that it was what you need to do, right? No, I can't find it at all.
I know.
It's wiped away. Okay, so here's what I think is going on. There's 2 threes here. One is talking about sorrow and pain and heartache. Yet the card right after it is kind of saying, so maybe you've suffered some setbacks, whether it was a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, somebody passed away, or there was a separation or relationship. There's some heartache that weighs on your mind in some ways. And I feel that the Four of Cups, I feel that the Four of Cups is talking about just like, maybe now is not the time to jump into something. Now is the time to, weigh your options and look at things and evaluate and kind of take a step back to really sort things out. Maybe you have been doing some of that already, because I'll tell you what, up and coming, it just seems like there's a lot of social activity. There's a lot of things around you right now. And I just want to get myself back down there.
You have interesting energy for sure.
You definitely have some different energies going on here.
This is what speaks to what you say about the choices you're making, I think. The Four of Cups feels like there are many things to contemplate and that you're not really sure you want to make a choice, but clearly you're indicating that you probably have. So maybe this is saying really you still have ambiguity about those choices. Some of them were more about the social thing, about getting more involved with people or social circles, or relating to people who are having very happy times. You're maybe more a participant in that, but you're sharing your joy with those. But then too, you may also be sharing sorrows with people too, or that these may be sorrows that maybe are more pertinent to you. And I almost wonder if it's possible that the joy you share with someone or with someone's also maybe has a little bit of a sorrow for you, that's why they're balancing there, because maybe somebody else's joy brings some pain to you in some way. I know that sounds kind of weird and spooky, but it just how it hit me in a way.
Well, it is interesting. I feel like there's opportunities for you now to advance or move on, either, with a work or an emotional. I saw it, and I will comment on that. Work or emotional situation, but the thing is that it just may not be the right time right now. And I see that but I will say this, Megan, there is going to be a cause for celebration sometime up and coming. I really feel that Three of Cups may be talking about either, I don't know if this is going to be like a new relationship or just you experiencing joy. I'm going a different direction from him. You experiencing the joy of another person, maybe a family member getting married, something like that. But it just seems like some joy is really going to be coming to you soon. And I feel like it's all a matter of working yourself through whatever the setback was, whether it was emotional, whether it was like I said, a job loss, something more physical, some type of separation from somebody. Maybe somebody had to move away, something like that.
The energy is moving you towards this point of contemplation because it wants you to appreciate life as a cycle of things that are painful, but maybe still offer growth.
The bitter and the sweet.
Right. It's really kind of like this is what your energy is saying right now is don't think poorly on your choices, but understand that those choices may have come to you through karma in a way for you to understand the tapestry of life, the good and the bad, the bitter and the sweet, the salt and the sweet taste.
I like what Mr. O says here. It's very spiritual in a way. Very deep.
It's the truth, Gina.
Whose Lenormand is it? Look at. I know I've been wrong before, but we'll talk about this. No, we will talk about this. Don't. Don't be condescending to me, Mr. O, on air.
So, okay, well, that can easily be solved by...
No, don't please stand by.
Please stand by.
As we duke it out.
And you won't hear it because it cuts the mics. Whack, whack, whack.
Focus on your cards, Mr. O. Seriously.
I'm patient too, Gina. All right, Megan, we have pulled the Horseman. So that's like the rider, right? And the Bouquet.
Oh my goodness, the rider and the bouquet. So you are moving towards something of beauty. I feel that, maybe you've been feeling confused because of the losses you've suffered and trying to find the happy times again. I think this is a sure sign that something is coming that's going to bring you great joy.
I think it's because you are using this opportunity now to understand and go in a little bit deeper with things, question things, seek answers from people, and I think that's why this happens.
You know what? This bouquet is the cup being offered in the Four of Cups. So I feel at some point here, as you work through this cycle, you're going to get to the point of accepting that cup that's being offered to you. You're going to accept an opportunity for happiness or growth, whether it's at work or whether it's through your personal life, and it's going to bring you great joy. I think something's moving in the right direction for you. The bouquet is a really great card to get.
Well, the Horseman really talks about movement towards something too. So.
Yeah. So, a little bit vague there, Megan, but that's what the cards have for you today. I hope that helps a little bit. And thanks for waiting. And sorry, everybody involved, for all of the confusion. I will say in my defense that what I did see was a post by Megan. Somebody was in between that. And then I saw Megan again. And then I saw Divine You come in. And that's the way I saw it, but I can't find any of those posts now to verify that. So
you're welcome, Megan.
I will just go with the majority here and the gloating boy.
I'm not gloating, but I did see that last time, and I tried to tell you.
But I saw what I saw the last time too, and that's what I was saying. I'll explain it to you later, and now I can't find it again.
Well, I saw it just now, and Gina verifies.
Well, I only saw one post, and I saw... How many have you seen? Because I saw 3 in the beginning there.
I'll show it to you.
They're gone.
It's all good. No, they're not. They're on mine.
Oh,
we're ending the show early so I can show this to her.
It could very well be. I'm just going to say in my defense, my tablet does some really wonky stuff sometimes, and I can't explain it, but it's true. And so sometimes things get a little boggled in the chat, but also with the stream itself. So, we'll just move on to Divine You's question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it wasn't like we kept you waiting uber long, Divine You. You were just the next reading. So I do apologize for that.
It's all good.
And I think Mr. O can do the list from now on, amongst his other duties, since he's so on the ball. All right. You know what the reward is for being good and astute, Mr. O?
More hard work. So, for Divine.
All right. What you got for us, Divine? You posted a question,
yes.
Or did you? Mm-hmm.
It's about her older son.
Oh.
What do we see in their job overseas? Do you see it there? Yeah.
Yep.
Focusing.
He's never happy. Well, it's no fun to not be happy on a job.
For sure.
I may have had one or two cases like that in my career. I won't go any further than that.
I'm really fortunate that I can say I overall liked my last job, even though there was a lot of things about it that just got harder and harder to take. But I got out, and I got out good.
And if you're still...
That's where I saw it at, Gina. And then Megan was actually a little bit down.
It's so weird how I missed that at the top of the chat. All right, well, I will check again.
To be fair to Banshee, we have noted on occasion that sometimes her chat looks differently. And right now you have live chat, I have top chat. Normally live chat's the one that's supposed to show you everything, and top chat may not.
Well, I had top chat at the beginning, so there you go. I realized that, and I changed it thinking, well, that'll help me, but at that point, already those tweets or those chats I was looking for were gone. And I don't know what it is about this thing, but also sometimes people have posted questions that I haven't seen, so...
Let's focus on the question.
That has happened too, Mr. O. I could bring up my computer again. We'll have to try that sometime.
We just need to teach Sonny how to handle the chat.
Oh.
Go ahead and cut.
Well,
He could do it. What's next? Okay.
The first card, Death. Whoa, the Hanged Man. And the Ace of Cups.
Oh my goodness, it's like he's about ready to feel he needs to make a big change.
Divine You, this tells such a story right from the get-go. Right now, yes, if your son wants happiness, wants the beginning of happy times, he really has to go within. He really has to start being objective. Take a long, hard, objective look at where he's at with things in his life right now and make changes where necessary. Change is clearly required in some area of his life.
Well, the thing for me is that I always feel that the Hangman talks about what can we remove from our lives or alter or change in significant ways to reach either inner wisdom, inner peace. And since it's fell this way, like, this is not what he should give up. He should give up something that helps him find the emotional happiness. And I don't know if that means giving up his job. That's kind of ridiculous these days. People don't give up good jobs or
unless you have something else. That's
unless you
the point.
have something else.
So Death might be saying to start that process. If it's just a job, maybe you're right. Maybe this person's unhappy. Why are you doing that to me?
He's changing jobs a lot.
Well, maybe there is this idea, as I was just about to say, that he is unhappy in some other area of his life, and it's affecting his work. He keeps changing jobs as if that's the problem, but maybe something else is the problem, which is why I think, job aside, he needs to look long and hard and objectively at his life right now and where he's going in his relationships and in his family, in his work world, and see what the problem is, what the disconnect is. Because happiness will come if he's willing to make some necessary changes. Death is here for a reason. Something must be let go of in order for, something new to birth. And it doesn't necessarily mean he has to change his job again. Maybe he has to change his attitude. Maybe he has to change something else in his life that's making him not feel satisfied in the other areas of his life.
I can't add anything to that.
Wow. So is it your Lenormand this time or mine?
No, I did mine last time.
Then it's pumpkin time.
Pumpkin.
No shade on me, don't worry. It's just Mr. O gloating. Bloke, bloke, bloke.
No, I think what Banshee said here is really appropriate here. If he's changing jobs quickly, he's looking at external things to change the circumstances of his life to bring happiness, but it may not be working for him.
Let's see what's here.
He has to change what's on his inside. That's the sun, right? The candle.
The candle is the sun in this reading.
The haunted house.
That's the house in this reading. So
he needs to bring something into his life that makes him feel home, makes him feel what home feels like. Comfort, people, relationships.
I feel like maybe he has to focus on, I wonder if the problem isn't with the home life. Now, I'm saying that fully knowing that the success card is here, the sun. So why am I saying that? Because I think that what he has to do is make his home life, work for him. If he can make his home life work for him, I think a lot of this other stuff will straighten out. I don't know, sometimes we bring our work home with us, and sometimes we bring our relationship stuff to our workplace. It's one or the other going on here. Maybe he's bringing his problems from work home and it's disrupting the home life, which then again, he takes back to work and it's disrupting his work life, so he's shifting jobs and that's not working. I'm wondering if the key here isn't the home.
If he's working long hours, maybe there's an avoidance of home life. Maybe
Oh, that's a good point.
Maybe he's using work as a proxy to blame for his problems. Oh, I have all this work. It's running me down. But maybe it's because he's really not working at the issues in his home life.
He's avoiding something.
He brings work everywhere.
Yeah, just by what you're saying there, this makes a lot of sense now. Right, Gina?
Good
Very
point,
smart, Gina. Yeah, I really feel this like imbalance here, and so I almost feel like there's a real overlap between work and home life that's unhealthy. And this is what needs to be fixed. And the sun says it's possible. The Ace of Cups says it's possible. Open your heart to love and open your heart. Remember, your life is not, what is the word? Not monochromatic. I mean, maybe. Just that your life is just not one-sided. It's multifaceted. And we have to make all those pieces fit together. And I feel that's the problem here.
There's nothing in the cards divine universe that talk to the idea that he doesn't feel confident. Some of these things sort of say like, no, it's okay. But this may be the clue there too, because the idea of looking into oneself and finding things that are wrong that you have to change or give up maybe adds to that. But maybe what it is it's confidence that's not coming from where he's not getting the confidence from where he needs it to come from. And I don't know if that means he needs to be more valued at work or if he needs to be more valued in other places. But some of that is the key there. I'm not totally sure where I can go with that.
Well, I'm not sure we need to go anywhere because I really feel right now the answer to your question is what's going on with him is basically this idea of an imbalance between his work and home life. And he is really avoiding something, I believe, more in his home life than his work life. I'm almost thinking his home life is affecting his work. And that's why he's getting lost in all that work. There's no solution here. This is just telling you what I think is happening. But I do feel that if he does this, if he takes that step back, if he does the work of really objectively looking at his life and what he's doing to himself, he can bring success and joy to both areas of his life.
And I took a look at the bottom card. It's the Five of Wands reversed. And I feel that maybe this says that there are things in one or the other, but more likely the home life, that are maybe combative or overly competitive for him. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have the equal playing ground at home to really... It speaks to the inconfidence. I mean, I think that Five of Wands does represent the inconfidence. And so maybe this is saying that he needs to figure out how he can be more of a winner at home, somehow assert himself in certain ways. Maybe that's what the problem is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just feel that he's avoiding change.
So that could
Change
be...
is knocking on the door, though. You know, ultimately, if you try to ignore it, it has a way of catching up with you.
Yeah, it's so true. It's karma. Or it can be.
It can be. So that's what we have for you. Sorry about the confusion with the readings, Divine You. And we are done, but I guess, and we're early. So let's talk about our plans here, Mr. O.
Why, do proceed, Banshee.
Because there's still little nebulous works in progress here. But there may be some additional videos. There may be... up and coming. After all, our anniversary of our first date is coming on October 5th. So we do have to acknowledge that in some way, because that is 45 years since our first date. And
Are you going to buy Chinese food?
maybe.
That was our first date, Chinese food.
Yes. And so you're very welcome, Divine You.
You are welcome.
And then, of course, we are just looking at different things. You know, there may be a pop-up past life live stream in our future. There may be, you know, some extra readings added to our Halloween season shows, such as...
Who's your monster, baby?
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, I'm developing a pop-up session of some sort where we will use classic images of tarot cards that have monsters. It's from the Ghoulish Garb's Terror Tarot. And I'm developing it, but basically the idea of let's define your relationship by a classic monster for Halloween.
For Halloween. But, and that'll probably be a pop-up. But what I was talking about is in our live streams. And, of course, who knows? We may have something related to that there, too. We are going to be doing, there will be some extra readings you could ask for instead of a general reading or a question. It will be related to ancestors and maybe possibly past lives, too. So, we shall see.
And virtual candy corn. No, we don't know how to do that.
No, virtual corny people. That's us.
That's true.
So look forward to it. We want to do some fun stuff. And during anniversary season, which is really from October 5 through our wedding, our 40th wedding anniversary on November 18th, there will also be some giveaways, I think. I think it's going to be giveaway season. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for some special pricing on some of our paid-for readings on our website. Woo, busy, busy, busy.
So if you can, don't forget to check out my show tomorrow, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. I give a briefer reading for each sign of the zodiac, so it's pretty cool. Some people have already told me that they like it better than the old style. So yeah, why not?
Why not indeed? I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to add. Hey, Divine Universe, have a good night. Take care.
Good evening.
And everybody else who is left, hey, Gina, Angel Rivera, I'm sure you guys are there. Have a good rest of the evening, and whoever else. And we will be back for happy hour. Don't forget, our happy hour is this Saturday. We'll be sending Mr. O off to work right after.
Yeah, that's going to make me very happy.
Hey, thank you, Angel Rivera. It's always good to see you. And I'm glad you enjoy the show. It's always good having you here. So listen, everybody, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.